Alright, looks like I'm back live. Man, I'm really sorry, guys. I was really hoping with this new internet service provider, I wouldn't have issues like this anymore. Um, Disconnected, reconnected, internet's back up. I'm gonna call my internet service provider in the morning and try to get the issue resolved because this is, in my opinion, it's unacceptable. Damn, that's really frustrating. Apparently, my Spotify isn't working either. Well, now it is. Maybe. Oh, okay. Well, the stream is going. Whatever. All right, let's just keep rolling. Sorry, I got disconnected. That's a bummer. Um, Frustrating. Extremely annoying. I changed internet service providers to hopefully prevent this from ever happening again, and it didn't work. So I'm very agitated. We were doing good too, man. Chat was popping off. Everyone was having a good time. Um, yeah, I'm streaming. I don't know why my Spotify stopped working though. I can't get it to work. Sorry, we might just have to roll without background music. I don't know. Maybe I should have just ended the stream there. It's very frustrating. But there's nothing I can do about it now. I'm like a post on Discord to let people know. Let's see. All right, Discord message sent. I'm gonna refresh this real quick. Hopefully that doesn't ruin anything. Okay, now it's working. I'm really sorry about that, guys. It's embarrassing. So, what you may have missed is I attempted to do the secret room, but I failed. And then I beat the boss, Magma Dragon, so now we're just using our keys on the Griffin. Which is kind of interesting that the set you get from the Griffin is actually a set that will be very good for helping you beat the Griffin higher on. Because when he does that single target attack, it hits really hard. He'll like straight up one-shot people on higher stages. So having everyone on Guardian set while you're fighting the Griffin is actually kind of a clutch strategy. Hey, welcome back, guys. Wow, nice Icky Ray. Heck yeah, man. Well, almost cleared means you're almost there. You're getting it. You're close. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Saki, but I'm both frustrated and embarrassed. I switched internet service providers hoping that I wouldn't encounter these types of issues anymore. But apparently, you know, Hopefully it's a one-time thing. I don't know. We'll see. Only time will tell. I am happy that I got faster speeds for less money though. So even if I don't know, it's just frustrating. Hey, welcome back, guys. Yeah, I mean, when the void calls. Um, I don't know, man. It could be an ISP issue. I like my Spotify's not even working anymore, so I'm clearly connected to the internet because I'm streaming, but like Spotify won't play anything. Oh, there it goes. Now it's working. All right. I guess maybe you heard me talking smack, and it's like, oh, I better get it together. Hey, Cody, what's up, man? They stole your nut money, or newt money. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I don't give Plarium any money anymore. I have old accounts that I spent money on, but I got tired of feeling like I wasn't getting good value for the money I was spending in the game. So, free to play from here on out. I'd rather not say who my internet service provider is because they're like a local company, and that would kind of dox myself. so I'd rather not. My old internet service provider was a bigger company though. I think they were like a national chain. Oh, I see. Yeah, I just don't. I've been burned too many times by Plarium to ever want to give them any money ever again. And it's not like they don't advertise their shard pull rates, and those are all averages. Like it's just it just feels so bad when you know you're close to Mercy. They're having a times 10. You get your hopes up, you spend a little money, and then you pull shards and you get some fart tier champion that's not going to help you in any area of the game. It's like they got me one too many times, and I'm just over it. I'm never going to give this game another cent. They will never get another cent from me ever. Well, I hope it's not an issue with the router. It seems like it's brand new. I don't know. The guy hooked it up and everything, and uh, but yeah, it's fiber internet. So I was hoping that with faster speeds, I wouldn't have the connection issues anymore. But apparently, it's just I don't know. I do live in a pretty rural area, and it can be difficult to get good internet out here. But oh well, I don't know. Okay, so what were we? Okay, we did Doom Tower. Let's do this. Let's clear out some of these Arbiter missions now that we're not stuck on a damn potion keep mission. Clear stage 7 or higher of the Spider's Den 10 times on auto. We're gonna try 15. So the way this works is War Maiden will place decreased defense, and then she becomes the target of the spiderlings, and then she dies. But that's okay, because once the decreased defense is placed on the boss, Armiger and Soulbond can keep the turn meter down so the boss never goes again. So the decreased defense stays on for the whole fight, and then they just kill it. So War Maiden is going to die. Don't panic. It's all part of the plan. I got it worked out. Yeah, that's rough, Cody. I feel you there. I've been there myself. But because of my gambling addiction, I knew that the only way I could force myself to stay free to play is if I was playing on a new, fresh account where the money seal had never been broken. So, I I made a fresh start. So now Shield Guard is the tank, and he's in a defense percentage chest, and he's in lifesteal gear, so he should not die. He can die on rare occasions, but this should work most of the time. Oh, I'm also using all champions who are free and permanently available. So login reward champions, Drexlar Blood Twin, um, the Doom Tower Secret Room champions. If it's in the game for free and permanently available to all players, they are within the parameters of my challenge. So yeah. Thank you though. Yeah, I my last account was also free to play, but I pretty much beat the game on that account. Uh, I quit playing on that account before Lost City of Centranos came out, so I haven't done any Lost City content other than what I've done on this account. But I pretty much just got bored of the game because I beat it as free to play already. I was a pretty end game. I had a Doom Tower hard full auto seer team. Like I could farm all the bosses. The only one that gave me trouble was Bommel 90. I had a team that could clear it on auto, but it wasn't a 100% clear rate. Used Nishak ally attack strategy that YST came up with. Um, yeah, that's a really good point, Nikki Ray. Yeah. He says, so if you spend, make sure you spend on things that you know exactly what you are getting. Guaranteed champs, Forge Pass, monthly gem pack, possibly fusion completions if you miss something. Yeah. I'm just in the camp of I'm never giving them money ever again because I'm salty. But yeah, I know that if I spend money at any point, I will have broken the seal and opened the floodgates, and it will be harder for me to resist spending because what's $2 more? What's $5 more? What's $10 more? I have to abstain. For me personally, I have to fully abstain because it's a slippery slope. So I just have to be free to play, or I will spend money. I'll keep that. That's pretty decent actually. No, we'll get better ones eventually. I don't really have any Night Revs champ that need that at the moment. Free login. Okay. Um, I guess I should have worded that differently. So, how can I word this? It's less confusing. If it's a champion that all players can gain access to for free, and it's will be there always for whenever a new player starts. So the login champs, they're not like permanently available in that you can constantly go get fresh copies of them, but for everyone who starts the game, they will be there. So if I can beat the game using the champions that all players will have access to, it will teach them how to get through the game. That's kind of the point. I was like free and permanently available, I guess. Like you will always, if you start a new account, you'll be able to get Sylve the Drakes. She's not going anywhere. But the current legendary from Bannerlords, the scribe lady, I didn't even bother memorizing her name. She does not fall within the parameters of my challenge. She is a limited time promotional champion, so I am not going to be using her. Or I also did not use Ralathos Blade Master for the same reason. The reason I set these parameters into place specifically is because I want the content that I'm making on this series to be relevant and educational and relatable for as many people as possible for as long as possible. So if somebody just starts playing the game today or tomorrow or 3 months from now and they stumble across my series, they could use it as a guide, sort of like a guiding light to progress through content. because I'm not going to use those limited time promotional champions like Ralathos or Ultimate Death Knight or Ninja or whomever. Nor will I be using temporary fusions for the same reason. So that's kind of the vibe I'm going for. And because it's going to take me so long, like I'm going to be playing on this account for at least a year and a half. Ooh, Shield Guard got pretty low there. The only way we die is if I get bad RNG on the weak hits for Shield Guard, and Shield Guard loses dies to the Spiderlings. But he should be okay for the most part. Icky Ray says, personally, I'm free to play, and I feel like they charge too much for pixels. Yeah, that's... Yeah. I think... I don't want to encourage anyone to spend money, because I think you can do it for free, and that's what I'm trying to prove with this account. But if you are going to spend money, I think when books go on sale, that's generally good value, because it will... Especially for your clan boss champions, because if booking your clan boss champions allows you to get that speed tune or give you a more consistent chance to place that decreased attack or whatever it is, and you can progress further into the game in clan boss, you will earn those books back over time eventually. But they're still really expensive though, is the problem. So oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, I should have been more specific. But yeah, the scribe or whatever her name is, I don't know. I'm keeping her in my vault in case I pull a duplicate of her, so I can fill out my faction guardians, or potentially, I still haven't made up my mind about the token trader yet. It was a discussion we were having last weekend, and I forgot to do a community poll, so maybe I'll do another after I do my weekly update video this week. It's Monday for me, but it's probably Tuesday for you if you live in Europe, because it's pretty late on Monday nights when I post it, or pretty late, so you might not see it until you wake up the next day on Tuesday. But late Monday, early Tuesday is when I post my weekly update videos for the series. And I'll try to remember to announce that I'm doing a new community poll specifically about the token trader, and kind of get everybody's ideas and opinions on it. Because technically those champions can be earned for free, and they are permanently in the game. But there's two sides of the argument for those. Like, one, no one's going to use a token trader. Don't use those champions. It's not relatable. But the other side of the argument is, by the time I have 6 duplicate legendaries to cash in, I'm already going to be so late game. Like, does it really even matter at that point, right? And there's really not anybody in there that I'm super excited for anyway, except maybe Tomb Lord as a solo dungeon champ, and maybe Molly for like Hydra stuff. And then maybe Manaya for Centranos. By the time I get there, I'll probably already have Ultra Nightmare figured out, so I'm not really interested in Sir Nicholas. So there's arguments for both sides, and I'd like to see what everybody thinks as a whole. And I find the best place to get good feedback like that is with the community polls. It gives everybody a chance to vote and voice their opinions. Yeah, see, I was thinking about it on my drive home from work last Saturday morning, and then I think it was Icky Ray who brought it up. If not Icky Ray, I forget who. How many times? Yeah, 7 more. I mean, yeah, that is true. At first, I was on the fence about Lady Mikage and whether I should be able to use her and the corresponding legendaries. Because if I can get Kira the Watcher, I can guarantee you I can 1-key Ultra Nightmare. Because I built a 1-key Ultra Nightmare team on my old account, using Tyrant Ixlamore, and they're basically the same champion. An argument can be made that she's actually better because she places decreased attack on the A1, but Tyrant has the damage mitigation passive, so I don't know. But like I did 100 million damage with a traditional style team. That was my personal best with that team. So if I can do 100 million, and that was on a free-to-play account too. So like, if I can get Kira the Watcher and High Mother Maud, I can 1-key Ultra Nightmare for sure, easily. So this passive right here removes one random debuff from all allies at the start of this champion's turn. I've already come up with a custom speed tune that will allow her to use this passive to cleanse affinity and stuns. So my team will be affinity and stun friendly. She does a buff extension here to enable a 2-1 turn ratio, so I could use her alongside High Katoon. And then she does a decreased attack on her A1, and she throws out some healing. So if I have the entire team in Guardian set, between High Mother Maud's healing... Is it this one that heals? Oh, it's the buff extension that heals. Also heals all allies by... Yeah, so the Guardian set will give me 20% heals between each clan boss attack because I'm going on a 2-1. Plus this heal. That's irrelevant. We'll turn that off. But then the passive will keep me stun and affinity friendly, and she has decreased attack on the 8-1. So that's one component. So I'll use her alongside High Katoon for the speed aura lead and the speed turn meter boost and speed buff. I got the speed tune figured out. And then I could use Rosin for decreased defense and weaken. I could use Dark Kale for poisons and a secondary decreased attack champion. And then Kira the Watcher for ally protect and increased defense. Like, I could absolutely 1-key Ultra Nightmare. But if I use Kira the Watcher, I won't be able to fuse Lady Mikage. Someone in my chat told me one time that they fused Kira and she disappeared and they weren't able to fuse the second one. So I would kind of have to choose between one or the other. What was I doing? What were we doing? Spider. I'm so easily distracted. Why get Mikage when you could use Finnan? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, thanks for hanging out, Burnt. I appreciate it. You put a smile on my face, son. I'm very proud of you. My schedule, I try to stream every Saturday. Occasionally, I'll be scheduled to work mandatory overtime on Saturdays. If that's the case, I'll do a stream this Sunday instead. And then I upload my weekly update video for the people who don't tune into the live streams, who want to just keep tabs on the series on late Monday night, early Tuesday morning, U.S. time, I guess. But if you want to join my community Discord, I should have a link to it in the description of this live stream. And I always do an announcement on the Discord, as well as if you subscribe and turn on notifications, you should get it then too. But most weekends it'll be a Saturday night. Yeah, I work very long hours on my job. So unfortunately, if I do a stream on Saturday, I could have Sunday off to just relax and do whatever the hell I want. And then Mondays I upload a video, do my weekly update video. So Sundays are really my only days off where I can just kind of do my own thing. I really appreciate hanging out, man. Get some sleep. Yeah. If I had more time to stream and make content on the days that I work, I absolutely would. I just literally don't. So because I live in an extremely rural area, I have to commute about 94 miles to get to work, and it takes me an hour and a half. So hour and a half drive to work. I usually arrive at work at 5:30. My shift starts at 6. I like to get there to have enough time to like get it together before my shift starts. So I arrive at 5:30, shift starts at 6, and then I get off work at 5:12 a.m. and then I drive an hour and a half home. I usually get home around 7 a.m. So I leave my house to go to work at 4 p.m., and I get home at 7 a.m. the next day. So that's about 15 hours of my day dedicated to work, which gives me about 30 minutes before work and 30 minutes after work of like downtime slash getting ready for work slash getting ready for bed, and then 8 hours of sleep. So I literally just don't have time to make content during the week. Otherwise, I absolutely would. I just don't, unfortunately. So maybe someday, maybe, who knows? Maybe the channel explodes and I can go full time making content, and that would be great. But I'm not counting. I'm not counting on it. Let's put it that way. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, Brent. I really appreciate it. You were a lot of fun. Hopefully, I'll see you next week. Man, I really wish we hadn't got disconnected. Like the stream really was popping off. But it is what it is. Oh no, Armiger got resisted. I think we'll be alright. There's a trash can over there. I wasn't just like throwing it on the floor. I missed though. It bounced out. I just realized, even though I got the faction wars done, I kind of still want to keep working on the champ training event. I should probably save my energy for that. So once this run is over, I'll go back to champ training, because I do want to get the legendary book. Hey man, if you can 2-key Ultra Nightmare and 1-key Nightmare, I would say you do have a real clan boss team. Like right now, I'm 2-keying Nightmare, even though I don't have like a real clan boss. Like it's not like a speed tuned team, but it's getting the job done. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I kind of want to look at Kale's stats now that he's level 60. I could tinker around with my Ice Golem team too, but I don't know. I really want to get the legendary book. Defense with resistance, accuracy, and HP. That's actually really nice. And then I'll just finish that Arbiter mission next time there's a spider tournament or whatever. Okay. $35,000 HP. Because I put him in an HP glove and I just died on the waves. Because I was hoping that if I put him in HP gloves, he would be able to survive longer in Ice Golem, but he just got murked. Yeah, Crizzy is pretty dope. Yeah, that'll do it, man. Wait, why did I have Shield Guard? Oh, I put Shield Guard in for more wave damage since I put Kale in HP gloves. But then I died to the waves because I didn't have the crowd control. One thing about Drexlar is not only... Okay, he's weak affinity for 20, so on the waves, the enemies will naturally want to target Drexlar, and because his HP burns are placed from his passive, he can't like weak hit with his passive. So it actually makes him a really good Ice Golem champion. But I'm still like a couple weeks off. How close are we for Drexlar? I might just wait like 14 days away from Drexlar. Actually 15. I'll get my next fragment in about 3 hours. 2 weeks away. It might just be worth waiting You pulled a lure. Nice, man. Um. So you pulled an allure while you were leveling up your armor. Well, okay. For me personally, for Fire Knight 20, I prefer Armiger. There are people who do use Allure for 20, even though she's weak affinity. I would say pull the trigger on Allure, but don't use your 50 Armiger as food. Also, Armiger in a Destroy set is really nice for Scarab King, because his A2 has the damage that scales off enemy max HP, so you could use him as a turn meter control champion that also has an enemy max HP nuke to try to break that shield on the Scarab King a little faster. So you'll still get, you can still get some utility out of your Armiger, so definitely don't use him as food. But if your primary use case, also he's better in Spider than Allure, because Allure, her A1 attacks 3 times at random. So the first hit will knock the spider's turn meter down, but the second 2 hits are random. And I think she only does like 20% turn meter per hit compared to Armiger's 30%. So there's still plenty of places to use Armiger even if you have a lure. Yeah, it's 30%. I think it's 20%. I forget. Oh, 25%. Okay, so it's close enough that it might not be that big a difference. But it is, I mean, 5%. I don't know. It's tough to say. I would say go ahead and pull the trigger on Allure. And what's great about Allure is you actually don't need to book her. Yeah, so if you find yourself in a position where you do need more turn meter control and Allure isn't enough on her own, then you still have the Armiger to fall back on. Because unless you have like really good gear, you will likely need 2 dedicated turn meter control champions to control Fire Knight 20. Like unless you can gear your Armiger with like 220 speed, or you probably need slightly less than that for Allure. But she's weak affinity, so maybe, I don't know. It depends on your gear. I would hang on to the 5-star Armiger. I wouldn't use them as food. Just hang on to them just in case. Yeah, there's still plenty of use cases for them. What were we doing? Oh, champ training, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with Ice Golem until I get Drexler. I could wait 2 weeks. It's fine. So champ training then, to finish off our energy. I'm losing my voice. Get out of here, Myrmidon. You already did your job. So what's next? I got these 5-star chickens ready to go. Who do I 6-star next? I could still 6-star Myrmidon and try him in Ice Golem. And I might need him in Spider 20 to keep Drexler alive. His ally protection will cut the damage that Drexler takes in half by the Spiderlings. And he might be my ticket to Ice Golem 20 also. Who else? Oh, no. I know who I want to 6-star next. I got it. I remember. I'm going to start building my Master Butchers. I've got 2 of them, and I will need both in order to progress in Bommel. Even though Bommel isn't this rotation, he's in next rotation. And I will have to beat a level of Bommel that I have not yet beat in order to farm a higher level of Celestial Griffin to start farming 4- and 5-star Guardian set gear. So I'm planning ahead. I am going to level up these Master Butchers. I want to be ready. I want to be in a position where I don't get hung up on Bommel. I just want to cruise right past and go straight to Griffin. That's my plan. I'm sticking to the plan. Okay. we'll throw another food champion in here. Uh, this is awkward. I guess he's also the same level, so that's fine. This guy's a little behind, but it's alright. It will be alright. Yep, no problem, Sakib. Happy to help. Man, I was having an issue tonight that I've never had before, and I didn't think I would ever have for a really long time. And it's that chat was moving so fast I couldn't keep up with it. It's kind of a good feeling. It makes me sad that I'm not able to, like, keep up with you guys, but also for this rotation... Oh, wait! He just places the provoke. He's not doing it on a physical attack on his 8. Oh, I got discouraged earlier. I was I was trying to figure this out while I was sitting on the toilet earlier. I went to hellhades.com and I was looking at the affinities of all of the Doom Tower bosses to figure out who I should level for my provoke champion for Magma Dragon, right? And I was like, oh, one of them is Magic Affinity. I won't be able to use Master Butcher, but it places the provoke for 2 turns. It can't weak hit. So if I have, and it does it for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown. So if I have 2 Master Butchers, which I'm planning to level for Bommel anyway, one can go for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown, and then the other one can place it. And they can also do it on their A1 as a backup in case one of these 2 gets resisted. That's actually really good. I think might hold off on Steadfast Marshal. I might just do Master Butchers for Magma Dragon. He will take more damage against the magic affinities, but the fact that it's like 100% chance to land, and it can't weak hit, I think like short term he's going to be great there. And it makes him really good for Hydra too. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. I didn't... That's why you always read the skills. I assumed I knew what it did, but I assumed incorrectly. Man, that's a game changer. That realization, that epiphany was a game changer. Nice, man. Speed glyphs are... I just burned through speed glyphs more than I burned through any other type of glyph, it feels like. So I'm glad to hear you got some good ones today. So yeah, Master Butcher ×2 are my next 6 stars. Sorry, Coldheart. You're gonna have to wait. Well, is that all my energy for the day? Pretty much. Until I do a clan boss key, but I'm not gonna do another clan boss key until the reset, so. Let's see. When does this tournament end? 2 days? Okay. I might have to do some grinding on Monday to finish that. But we got plenty of gems, so. Alright, well. I think that's going to be just about it for the stream, guys. I'm really sorry that I disconnected. It's just, unfortunately, it's just one of those things that's out of my control. And it annoys the hell out of me that it happens, but there's nothing I can do about it. So, if you're here, if you endured, if you prevailed through our trials, tribulations, if you can call it that, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for coming back. I appreciate you hanging out. So, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully, I'll see you in another video soon. But until next time, guys, happy raiding.